Tonight, from Las Vegas, Nevada, it's Week 4 of the NFL Preseason on EA Sports. Vegas Raiders taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
NFL football has come to Southern Nevada as we are in the menacing new Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. The atmosphere here electric. No matter the venue, the home folks love their silver and black. They are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Los Angeles Rams. Again, everyone, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And, Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. It's been a good season for them so far. They're just looking to keep that momentum going forward.
They like their record. Now they want to increase it. A win here could really get the momentum going in the right direction. Meanwhile, for the visiting Rams, they've got to be pleased with the start to this season. Obviously, a perfect 3-0. 3 good quality wins, too. It's got people in the locker room excited. They're thinking that this could be their year.
The Raiders set to go to work behind their veteran quarterback, and that's Derek Carr.
Sometimes I wonder if we're just not looking at Derek Carr and evaluating him the correct way, because this guy's been incredibly reliable. Only 2 missed starts in 6 seasons with the Raiders. His completion percentage topped 70% last year. The only one higher, Drew Brees in New Orleans. The problem, though, it hasn't translated into wins. They move the ball up and down the field, but they don't score enough touchdowns. Derek Carr hoping to remedy that in 2020.
They'll start with the option. And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Shotgun now for Carr. That's caught by Waller out left side. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense. Unbelievable.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. The throw over the middle taken in. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Nelson Aguilar, 55 yards. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you look at the next-gen stats, you'll see that he topped out at an even 21 miles an hour. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. On the return is Henderson.
The Rams take over at 1st and 10.
So now the Rams will get their first opportunity with a football. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Back in the NFL for the first time since 2016, it's Colin Kaepernick.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game. Almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, the other team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not. Just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll run a draw now with Akers. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
You got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. To throw is Kaepernick. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 48-yard line. On the ground, it's Akers. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 more on that one and another first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And they'll let Kupp run on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Kaepernick. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. Oh, and the big play's going to get even bigger as penalty flags are down, and I believe they're going to get a face mask penalty tacked on. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So now after the face mask penalty, here's 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Again, it'll be Akers. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick. The Raider defense strong on that one in coverage, and now it's 4th. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one.
26-yard attempt.
Gay's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
And he returns this to the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. Well, we've seen running backs in today's NFL get involved in the passing game. Maybe it's about time more receivers like that get involved in the running game.
And that is something we are seeing more and more in this league, no question about it. That wasn't the biggest of gains, but it was enough to get them a 1st down. And it continues to test the defense. They have to think on every play about who might end up with the ball.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
And 8.
Now it's the backup Mariota. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Mariota sacked. A loss of 2 brings up 3rd and 10.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this.
Marcus Mariota. That's good for a Las Vegas.
Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed.
And normally when you see guys moving this fast, it might be a fly pattern from a receiver or a toss sweep from a tailback or something like that. This was designed as a passing play, and then he got out of the pocket, and he just took off, and he just kept gaining momentum with every step.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one better than 20 miles an hour. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. He's going to try and do this himself. It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose, and the Rams have got it back.
Jared Goff sacked.
You know, if this is the regular season, partner, we'd be talking about just how costly a mistake that was, but probably good for him to get it out of his system right now.
Just hope for him and the team it's not a sign of things to come.
Yeah, without a doubt. Plus, got to worry about making the team. Those types of errors don't help you.
So the Rams coming back onto the field, their second drive of the game. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Shedding the tackle. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Brown with his stick skills. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash too.
So it's 1st and goal, and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Now it's the backup Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Bryson Hopkins there to make the grab. And the Rams have taken the lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found the mismatch there.
And that's exactly why you want to drop those types of plays, because coverage is just going to go to the natural guys, the guys that make the big plays on the outside. But when you work your tight end into it, that's a tough one for a defense to handle.
Tough. They couldn't handle it. It worked out for 6. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 10 to 7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Jalen Richard now on the return. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Mariota on first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the second quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. And the Rams have got it back. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go with Brown. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
At the 40-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Goff now looking to throw. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, 40 yards. And the Rams add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. And what I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half, and that'll give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
It's good to make it 17-7. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Here comes Richard on the return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Raiders take over first.
Time to look now with our spotlight at the quarterback, Marcus Mariota. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with their quarterback on the ground so much.
He'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. It's a screen to Richard. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
That was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. One more half of preseason football to go. And then all eyes will look ahead to 1 week from tonight, the annual NFL kickoff game. And that promises to be a dandy. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach. Thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and the half will begin with a touchback. L.A. readies for its next possession. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They defer to Brown to start the drive. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to have a Rams first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Damon Arnett up to make the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. This is Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards there and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll run. This is Brown. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. They'll lead the 39 here for a first. This is third down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this is caught by Jackson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going, and if points result, we'll call this play significant.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun to give to Henderson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Now Goff. And incomplete on the deep ball. Van Jefferson, the rookie wideout, the intended target. And now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means he'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, here's Goff. And he's going to have another first out as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. 17 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Goff. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Bryson Hopkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Goff going to give this one to Henderson. And the nimble footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1. Give them a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Henderson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. So now 2nd half, week 4 of the preseason, all the starters, they departed after 1 quarter. Some folks may call this garbage time, but don't tell that to the guys that are out there now.
No, I would agree with that totally, because there's still jobs to be won or lost during this portion of the game, this final opportunity for them to make a positive impression.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Rams add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. That drive a long one, spanning 15 plays. And it was all polished off by Darrell Henderson's touchdown run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, Mariota. Catch made, it's Moreau. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
45-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Mariota. That's complete to Richard, the running back. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
They'll run on first down. Richard, and not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
At the Rams 20.
Throwing on second down, Mariota. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's up and good, so they claw back into it. 24-14 now. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Let's blow it up. He was brought down at the...
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And his top speed, as computed by Next Gen Stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour. Down. Henderson. Carl Nassib there on the tackle.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
second down now. It's Henderson, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tedrick Thompson picks it.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down 24-14. A minute 54 on the clock. You can't say the preseason isn't interesting. This has been great as they come up 1st and 10. Following the interception here, Mariota. He'll find Moreau here. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Play action now, Mariota. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Troy Hill picks it, and the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, you're trailing. It's the 4th quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They run once more with Henderson. Busts through the tackle. And he powers his way up past the 30. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry is Henderson. They'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Darrell Worley up to make the tackle. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Strong run, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts. It's just their 1st. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. He was trying to get it that time to Bryan Edwards. And it's 3rd and short.
Brings up 3rd down and 3 yards to go.
One last shot now for Mariota. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. But Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say goodnight from Las Vegas.